There's no white genocide in South Africa. The orange man is pushing a wrong narrative. The video that was played in the Oval Office is fake. That place is not South Africa. That place is completely fake. It's not real. Even white folks, if there was a white genocide in South Africa, John Steinhuisen, the Minister of Agriculture of South Africa, wouldn't have been there. Those businessmen, those Johan Ruperts and any house, that golf player, those white Afrikaners who represent the 7% of the minority in South Africa wouldn't have been in the Oval Office. There's no freaking genocide in South Africa, okay? There's no white genocide, there's no black genocide, there's not colored. Okay, my American people, there is no genocide in South Africa. Now, welcome to the show. Let's talk about it. Let's dissect it. Let's give examples. Let's have you participate in the comments section. Send your super chat. Support the channel, left, right, and center. Feel free. We're here to conversate. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you're a new viewer, lucky for you, you have discovered this authentic channel. We don't beat around the bush with the facts, with the truth, with logic, superior thinking. We don't beat around the bush with superior logic thinking. You need logic thinking here. It doesn't even have to be freaking superior. All you have to do is just be a human and have some level of an IQ. You don't have to be completely freaking smart out here to realize and to understand for yourself, whether you're South African or not, or whether you've ever traveled there or not. There's no freaking white genocide in South Africa. This freaking mainstream media. Actually, mainstream media's got it right for now. Mainstream media's got it right because even CNN's got its facts checked. Fox has got his facts checked. Most of these people, you know, that particular NBC reporter that asked Donald Trump about the jet, about the Boeing, about the plane in Qatar. I'm trying to think, perhaps maybe that guy was right to do so, because deep down in that NBC reporter, he said to himself, this is bullshit here, man. There's no freaking white genocide in South Africa. And South Africans have a chance to unite now. This actually brought some form of unification between the South Africans, black, white, colored, or whatever, even some Afrikaners. They're all now coming out here saying, wait a minute, this freaking Oval Office is lying about us. This is not what's happening in our country. They're out here in the most powerful office on the planet pushing a wrong freaking narrative to say that there's a freaking genocide or a major freaking conflict in our country, which is not true. There's a problem of crime, but there's no white genocide.
Yes. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining. Yes, there is no white genocide in South Africa. Absolutely none. Yes, there have been some unalivings, not some unalivings of the white farmers, but it's not to the complete extent of what Trump is saying to the entire world. That is untrue.
That is worse than untrue.
Yeah.
That is dangerous. That the most powerful president on the planet here is out here outright lying on national TV just to protect his golfers, his golf friends who are freaking pissed off because they cannot get their way in South Africa for some freaking reason. He's out here trying to please Elon Musk, who's out here lying to say that he cannot operate with Starlink in South Africa just because he's not black. Elon Musk is the one who gave Donald Trump that video where Julius Malema, the real president of South Africa,
gave him a spectacular platform.
Look here, that's a struggle song. We're not out here to apologize for a struggle song. Okay? That song will forever remain in history. That song that says, give the boo, the master, give the boo, the farmer. It's a struggle song.
Yes.
That song was written when black folks were being unalived like goats in history, in America, in South African history. So that's a struggle song to liberate themselves.
Exactly.
The reason why the white Afrikaner is out here trying to push a wrong narrative into trying to say that that song is inciting violence and this is what they are doing. When they are not doing it, this is what they plan to do. When they are not doing it, it's because that white Afrikaner knows how guilty he is. He knows the crap that he's done in the apartheid regime, and he's always fearing that the majority, the 93% of South Africa will come out here and take it up on them and do the same thing to them. But it's not true. That's a struggle song.
Yes, the same way the slaves of the United States also had their list of struggle songs that white America also wanted to
Ban.
yes, interpret in a different way. If someone is caught humming something like that, it is completely...
Stop singing, boy.
Exactly.
Stop singing, boy. I say, come here, boy.
Yes.
Stop singing. Shut up. We will sing this song for the rest of life. You will sing it.
Yes, exactly. It's something that people have overcome. People of color, black people have overcome. So this is why it's being sung. That we are not going back to those times ever again.
And nobody is calling for the unaliving of white South Africans. Nobody is calling for that. You understand? You have to come down. You have to understand that it's a struggle song. Talking about this struggle song, that particular video that Donald Trump played in that freaking Oval Office, the highest court in the land of South Africa they've already judged that matter.
And say it's not a form of hate speech.
Yes.
Not at all.
It's not a hate speech, and it will never ever be challenged. When the freaking orange man, who I like Trump. There are reasons why I like Trump, and just because I like you doesn't mean I'm not gonna come at you. You understand? Even ask my past ex-girlfriends also. You understand? It's true. Just because we're dating doesn't mean I'm gonna agree with every freaking thing you say. You understand? Look here, so just because I like Trump doesn't mean that every single thing Trump is going to do, I'm going to like. If you're living in that world where you expect, if you hear me criticize this part about Trump and you want to assume that I hate the guy or that I don't like the guy, you're a kid and you need to grow up.
Yeah.
You understand? On this freaking platform, we're really authentic with it. This Rules Voices, this account, this channel here is here to make sure that we speak in ways that kills false freaking narratives. You understand what I'm saying? We're here to make sure that we kill false narratives. It's very dangerous for the whole world to hear the president of the US out here in the Oval Office saying stuff like, there's a white genocide in South Africa. If there was a white genocide, those white South Africans, top of the elite Afrikaners, those Johan Ruperts, they wouldn't come to the Oval Office to support Cyril Ramaphosa's case if there was a white genocide.
I mean, that Johan Rupert, he actually surprised me in the way that, in the things that he has said. Because honestly, I had a different idea of what he is. Maybe it's still there, but from what he said there, it was a complete truth. That it's not only the white people that are being unalived. It is a form of criminality that is causing the perception of what South Africa is.
Yes, Julius Malema was the guest of honor in the Oval Office. This is how powerful Julius Malema is. He doesn't have to fly over to freaking Washington and attend that freaking meeting. His name shall be echoed. You people shall mention his name. Not. That is the truth that's happening here. Julius Malema is big now. You guys did Julius Malema a favor by playing that freaking video in the Oval Office. That's a song of struggle. And he's out here fighting for repatriation of land with that compensation, because South Africa right now is the most unequal country on the planet. Whereas the minority are in charge of 70% of the freaking land. So repatriate this land without compensation. Julius Malema is the king up in there.
Yes.
That Cyril Ramaphosa has nothing. Trump loves Julius Malema, but he will never admit it here. You can see the energy in that revolutionary guy when he's saying, hey, listen here, we will repatriate this land without compensation. If white Afrikaners don't like it, they can seek refuge in America. Trump can hear that. That's a revolutionary voice. That's none of those small little softies that were sitting there in the Oval Office. Those black folks that went with Cyril Ramaphosa in the Oval Office in the White House, they were so timid. They were so soft. Oh my God, that's the representation that you say? You know that these people are out here outright lying about what's happening in your country. And you black folks, you just sat there. You just sat there. Nobody mentioned the term struggle song.
No, that is the part where I don't understand. That was the perfect opportunity. That would have honestly shut everything down about what Trump was saying. If he had to just mention in that Oval Office that shoot the unalive the Boer is a struggle song.
It's a struggle song. It goes down in history.
Simple.
Talia Gurin. You're right. Ramaphosa was sitting there uneasy in that chair. Instead of talking, he was supposed to say, listen, Mr. President, that's a struggle song. And the highest court in the land have already judged this guy on this particular thing. And it's not hate speech. And also, what is this an English problem here or what? That is a party.
Yes.
They are not part of the government of national unity.
And it's their constitutional right in which he said to be there as a party.
Most of the things that were being said in that particular video was what Julius Malema, a parliament member, an MP, a leader of a political party, was saying in parliament. Hey, it's parliament, man.
It's where discussions are held about the country.
Robust conversation. I'm telling you, this whole freaking thing of trying to claim that there's a worse genocide. Listen, some farmers are experiencing crimes. Some black people are experiencing crimes. The real problem in South Africa is not whether it's black or white, although there's still some aspect of it because it's not completely clean yet. We're still working towards that. But the problem is the problem of crime. Johan Rupert was right when he said, even that freaking Cape Flat, there's a lot of gang members there. Just like in that Sandton, there's a lot of gang members. In that Houghton, there's a lot of underground mafia. And some of these underground mafia, white skins, are the ones who bring in that freaking powder that's now dispatched through illegal immigrants.
Yes.
Like the Nigerians. The Nigerians are known for selling that thing. No, the Nigerians don't sell that thing. They dispatch that thing for the minority, that 7% freaking minority that's out here that deals in that freaking powder thing.
Yes.
In South Africa, the minority, the white Afrikaners, they are the ones who also have contacts with freaking foreign people to bring in that white powder in. It's not black folks in South Africa. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Talking about the white powder. And then the illegal immigrant Nigerian guy comes out here. He just needs a job. He's just employed by the freaking mob bosses out here and here. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then anybody can buy it, huh?
Oh, it's
Anybody
available.
buys it. And that problem also increases on the element of crime. It's big up in there in that freaking mother city. I've been to that Cape Town. Been there, done that. It's big there.
Yeah.
It's the minority in South Africa is the biggest problem in South Africa. Okay, let's put it that way. You can't expect 90% of desperate black South Africans who live in townships to behave.
Yeah.
You can't. You want to keep this freaking land for yourself. You want to keep 90% of the land, you 7% of a country, and punish a whole freaking 90% of the country and expect these 90% hooligans to stay home and to continue to see you as the Muzungu over there, right? But you also at the same time want to fool them into saying this is a new South Africa, there's democracy here. What democracy? The most unequal country on the freaking planet. The inequality in land is crazy. We need land reform over there. It's the same types of independence that France came out here to give some of these freaking Western countries.
Oh, fake independence.
Fake independence. 1960, sign this continuation of colonial system pacts. But you have independence in the 1960s. We, France, we had the first right of refusal. Anything you discover in your freaking land, any natural resources, you have to first ask France if we want it. If we don't want it, we can still tell you to keep it in that freaking African colony. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fake independence. You shall use the franc. Fake independence. This is a new South Africa. Fake independence, but the land is still in the hand of the white folk. Still in the... There hasn't been any form of land reform since apartheid. That is apartheid land. Let's put it that way. You see the formation? The way things currently stand in South Africa? It's still apartheid title deeds. Apartheid land. Those that got it for free, those that are using it only for their own freaking benefit are still benefiting 30 years into this supposed democracy.
Yes.
Do townships exist? Yes.
I was just about to answer Talia now. Talia, townships are the ones that has been expanding. That is the worst thing.
Is it
flourishing?
Flourishing and blossoming and it's booming.
Yes.
Give me one name of a township so that we can tell Talia. One. I'll give
Nyanga.
you this. Guguletu.
Oh.
Alexandra.
Yes.
Yes. Langa, Nyanga, Alexandra, Soweto, Kailicha. There's a lot, man.
Yes.
There's a lot. And we're talking about conjected, huh? People are what?
People are so close to each other. There's no breathing. You have no private space around you at all. It's ridiculous. Yeah.
This particular white individual here has the audacity and the nerve to come out here and use his peanut brain and say something like, you should praise whites for civilizing you. You should shut your mouth and you should find your way outside of this freaking live stream if you must. Because that's the other freaking perception that they have. This is the mentality of Emmanuel Croissant. Emmanuel Croissant, who comes out here and he says, those 20 countries in Africa are the properties of France. Do you understand what I'm saying? Africa is not ready for France to live right now. They still need our help. We still need to, because we cannot afford these other Far East countries like Russia to move in there, or China. You understand? They still come out here and act. We had civilization before colonization. You must put that in your freaking head, boy.
Exactly, just because
Egypt,
it was, yes.
We had Benin walls.
Of
we
course.
had so many, we had languages, we had 2,000 languages. We could communicate. Just because we couldn't communicate, just because we didn't communicate like they communicated, they think we didn't have it.
Yeah.
We had transportation, we had language, we had education, we had our own way of living. As black folks, we're going back in centuries before colonization. Okay, boy, listen to me, boy. And, for example, this Britain, that's what this particular freaking show, but that name, what's that little girl's name? Carol Malone.
Carol Malone from
Google it right
CBN.
now. Yes, Google it right now. You should have more than one device. Everybody here is a grown-up. Stay on the live stream, Google it. Take your other device, Google it now. Put it there. Carol Malone. She has a show, what's the
No,
morning
she's
one?
on Good Morning Britain.
Good Morning Britain, my ass. Good Morning Britain. Those ladies had the audacity to sit there on that freaking podium and talk about the benefits of colonization. Colonization was wrong from the get-go, because you guys left freaking Britain to go and impose a way of life on those Africans because it was different to yours. Because it was different to yours.
It's ridiculous. And oh my gosh, this Balube is actually quite frustrating. But I just want to say that we're not going
Balube,
to...
this Balube?
Balube here, this...
You mean there's an individual here by the name of Balube?
Yes.
I don't know what the Balube is. I don't know if it's the name of I don't know if it's a concept. What is a Balube? What is this Balube? Who's Balube?
This is the ones with these nonsense stories here. But we're not going to ban him. He needs to learn.
Balube, just shut your mouth there, man. Don't read anything about Balube unless he sends a freaking super chat. Yes, we will read Talia if we have to. But Balube, no, we don't want to entertain your crap here. That before you send, you need to send a super chat. You understand the rules is here. It's some of these folks' first time. They don't understand that I'll come up straight and say it to them in the way that it is. If it's your first time, well done. What's the date? You should remember this date.
Yes.
Because suddenly you've just walked up on this account where we speak the truth, we don't give a crap. Trust me, there's a lot of people that can't take this truth on TikTok, especially on that TikTok. X, we just joined that X, so they're starting to understand what the freaking vibes are. Although I've been very critical about Black South Africa, because I believe Black South Africa has been sleeping in that South Africa.
Yeah.
This is the reason why these freaking white folks have the freaking audacity to even take them all the way to the White House and accuse them of a freaking genocide that's not even happening. Because for the last 30 years, since 1991, when Orania was established in that northwest next to that Orange River, a white-only town, white-only Afrikaner town for the preservation of Afrikaner culture, Black South Africa was freaking sleeping. You Black South Africans, I've been warning you. You've been sleeping. You didn't want to hear. I told you, you need to get out there, protest. You need to make some noise. You need to denounce those whites-only towns. The privilege of these Afrikaners in South Africa to be out here, create whites-only towns, and then when it suits them, victim mentality, a pity party to come out here and push a wrong freaking narrative to say that there's a genocide. There's no freaking genocide in South Africa. This is the first time in history where it's even a freaking debate. Because genocide in itself, a genocide in itself, is a very extreme type of a situation. It cannot go unnoticed. Do you understand what I'm saying? South Africa has been able to hide this particular genocide for decades like this.
How?
While we have these billionaires, type of Rowan Hooters, these South African billionaires in the White House, they could have gotten the information anyhow. They have the means. These are the richest people of South Africa, but even them cannot produce any form. So if there's truly a genocide, those billionaires that were in the Oval Office.
Yes.
Johan Rupert, with all the means you have. Even you, Elon Musk, if there was a genocide in that South Africa, with you, the world's richest man, where's the concrete evidence? You can't produce a concrete evidence?
This is nuts. The way that Donald Trump was talking, he was talking on the part of AfriForum. That is AfriForum, that another party in South Africa. They speak exactly like that. Even that wall or that remembrance thing that he was talking about, that is researched to be called Nampo Park. And all of that memorial has been there since 1961.
That memorial site with the white crosses.
Yes.
Yes. They think people are stupid out here.
Yo, you cannot mention something like that and think that people are not going to research this and actually find the facts.
And there's some black people also buried in that place.
Oh my goodness. You cannot say things like this as a leader of the first world country. Lord.
That Trump as a group of white supremacy elites of South Africa out here feeding him all of these things. That's the only benefit of the doubt that I'm going to give the orange man, that he's being fed false information. You understand what I'm saying?
And his people are not fact-checking.
His people are not fact-checking, or he's not fact-checking, or he's just being Donald Trump to come out here and just talk without fact-checking, man. You're the leader of the free world. What the hell is this? Anyway, it's been Donald Trump's... I've always liked Donald Trump because a lot of the times he's authentic. The reason why I like Donald Trump, let me tell you guys, is because he lets these things play out in front of the media.
Yeah.
That's why I like him. That's why I'd rather have him, because even when he's wrong, he'll still let it play in front of the media.
And he will sit there so convincing looking at this video.
Yes, so we'll still get the truth. You understand?
Yes.
If it's somebody else's fault, we'll still get the truth. If it's his fault, we'll still get the truth. That's why I can work with this guy.
Yeah.
I can work with this Donald Trump. I like him I like him and I don't like him at times. Because sometimes that filter is necessary. You see, look, we are real and authentic. We believe in just speak your mind, open your mouth, unscripted here, stop talking. Start talking because I want to hear the truth. We don't like these politically correct type of freaking politicians who's been out here like puppets or puppeteering puppets of Africa and not accomplishing anything. Hidden agendas left, right, and center. At least with Trump, you can see he's about to dig his hole. He's about to dig a hole for himself here. Keep talking, let him talk. It's true. It's
true. And on this subject, on the supposed white G-side and this cemetery thing, and also the thing about Malema, he has dug himself into a hole that he just doesn't know how to get out of. And he won't publicly admit, I was wrong. Never.
You see, yes, he will never. Donald Trump will never come out here and admit that, listen, I was wrong, I was too quick. I didn't think before I spoke.
Yeah.
My little freaking team out here did not fact check this thing, and I was just rushing because I'm influenced by Elon Musk.
And Elon Musk was standing there with like the deadly stare. It's like, I can't get that picture out of my mind. Yeah, he was just standing there staring.
Elon Musk must shut up. He must continue to stay there. He's a fake South African. When now that he wants Starling in South Africa, now he wants to acknowledge that he was born in South Africa. You understand what I'm saying? You understand the fakeness of this guy? If anything, we should have heard certain things that gives the public or true South Africans the real intentions as to why. At least say, I'm here to contribute to my country. We've never heard it from Elon Musk.
Never.
To say this is for the purpose of contributing to my own land. He's out here acting like a freaking private businessman, and he wants to throw a tantrum when they told him, hey, this license, wait, no license now. This Starling of yours, you lay in bed with Americans, with different freaking governments out here and different powerful people on the planet. We can't just allow you to bring your Starling here. It's about national security here. Your Starling, so you can be able to roam around here and see everything that South Africa does, and perhaps you can even share that information with who knows who.
Exactly.
You must wait. We don't give a crap if you've been born here. Yes, that Elon Musk.
That Elon Musk. It's just because he has a personal vendetta against Julius Malema. That's what I think.
Because Julius Malema is the one and only true leader in South Africa, with backbone, with guts, with authority, with power. We all love Julius Malema. It's not just South Africa. It's the entire African community. You understand? It's Ibrahim Traore in Burkina Faso. It's Julius Malema in South Africa. It's Morarake Beso in Kenya. Do you understand? Welcome to the land or to the platform of a true Pan-Africanist. Do you understand what I'm saying to you, bro? It's not about your freaking feelings here. We are Pan-Africanists and we know the individuals that are out here pushing a message of African unity. We will not allow any freaking fake-ass narrative to come out here and push wrong freaking white G-sides. It's not true. You guys have only but made Julius Malema bigger and bigger and bigger, and thank you very much.
Yes, man. And the way he responded to it after the session was like,
Oh yeah, what did he say?
What did he said?
We're gonna get that tweet now. Just get that tweet now. We're gonna get that tweet now.
It is it was just about two old grown men talking about me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Julius Malema's response on Twitter on X.
Yes.
Two old grown men talking about me.
Yeah.
Yes. Those grown ass men.
Old men gossiping about me.
They're gossiping. Old men gossiping about me.
Even that Steinhuisen, John Steinhuisen, come on, we all know that you dislike him.
John Steinhuisen, DA. Yo.
He even went red in the face.
You never ever go to a foreign freaking land and speak bad about any opposition party in your country. That is just a weak ass move. To sit there as a freaking puppet in the Oval Office, that John Steinhuisen, the Minister of Agriculture. Look here, he's sitting there and says, no, that is precisely, Mr. President, when we need your make sure that these thugs, these rebels, they never get into the union buildings, because if they get there, that's what they'll do. You weak ass individual. He's a weak ass, this one. He's not a true South African.
Yeah.
I was saying to myself, I hope they're not going to turn like that. If you don't know nothing, you John Steinhuisen, you should have been out here to say to them that the highest court in the land has proven that song not to be hate speech.
Yes.
You understand? That is a struggle song. Instead, this freaking fool comes out here, still acts like a freaking opposition, like the DA, who's never done anything. Johan Rupert was right, you John Steinhuisen, when Ron Rupert pointed at your ass and said, but he won't admit it.
Yeah.
The biggest crimes that are coming out of that South Africa is in the Western Cape, the Cape Flats. That one, I'll clip this part and I'll post it on X and hopefully he sees it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That one was a weak move, huh?
It's so stupid the way he actually went into the Oval Office and called Julius Malema a rebel.
He's a weak
Come
one.
on,
He's a weak
Steinhuisen.
one. They were sitting, all of them, in the principal's office. In
Yeah.
the principal's office. Yeah, no backbone, nothing. If I was there, they would have thrown me out of that freaking Oval Office. If I was there, if I was that Minister of Foreign Affairs that was sitting right next to Cyril Ramaphosa, that black boy, yes, he's black, I see color. That black boy who was sitting there with a cheese scope,
Yeah.
with no hair like me, just sitting like this. His only job in that freaking Oval Office, the only thing that boy did in Oval Office was to grab those freaking articles.
That's the only part that you saw.
Yes, that's the only freaking participation that he did in that Oval Office.
Yeah.
Was to grab those little freaking fake ass articles from Cyril Ramaphosa. I would have said, sorry, Mr. President, with all due respect, thank you very much for inviting us to this White House. Yes, it's beautiful, very historic place. But let's get one thing straight here. Let's turn to the media. There's no white genocide, huh?
Yes.
In South Africa. There
Straight.
is no white genocide in South Africa. This is just a narrative being pushed out here. In fact, these particular white folks that are out here freaking claiming to be refugees or victims of a genocide have the privilege of having freaking whites only towns.
Yo.
If there was a genocide there, that 90% of black South Africa would have stormed that Orania a long time ago.
Of course, man. Boom Gates wouldn't still be there.
Yes, we wouldn't take the matter to court.
Yo. People, just do the fact checking and everything will be sorted out. We are not saying that there are no unalivings being happened. No. But not to the extent at what Donald Trump is portraying to the world.
Guys, where are the super chats? You guys are just sending questions and questions and questions. But where are the super chats? Motivate Patrick. Motivate Patrick. Let Patrick be here. Support the channel. It'll be greatly appreciated. We appreciate you guys. Okay, let me read this one. Patrick, when you can, let us know what's going on in Côte d'Ivoire, in Ivory Coast. There's supposed rumors that are going around social media to say that there's a potential coup happening in Cote d'Ivoire. I wish it's true. We're still doing our utmost best to find out from reliable sources if Alassane Ouattara has been kicked out.
Yes.
We want him to be kicked out because that one is a puppet of Emmanuel Croissant of France, who's been allowing Ivory Coast to be used as a base, as the gateway to enter the Sahel and to destabilize Burkina Faso. So we want that coup to be real. But we don't know, we cannot fact check because Ivory Coast came out here and shut down the freaking internet. So we can't get hold of our contacts, our people in that Ivory Coast. The internet is down.
Yeah, and people are bought in that Ivory Coast. So even if publications are being put out, those are people that are probably out of the country that are putting out these publications saying, yes, I have internet. So obviously there's internet in Cote d'Ivoire, but it's just a news article.
Yeah.
So it still has to be confirmed, but it would serve as a great purpose, great tool if that is actually happening.
Yes, we want coups all over the freaking place in Africa. Too many freaking puppets out here. We need one in Cameroon also. That Paul Biya has been there for 93 years. He needs to bounce too. He needs to leave office. We don't need Paul Biya as the head of state. What the hell is that? That is wickedness. Wickedness. The fact that Paul Biya is still the president of Cameroon is wicked. 93 years old. He's been in power for 43 years old. He can't even walk straight. He doesn't even know if he slept or if he woke up this morning. He's just existing. You understand? Please, man. How can that guy... Do you think that guy is the one to liberate the people of Cameroon? No way. That guy must leave. There's too many of these puppets. The day they will send... the day they will arrest Malema is the day it will all start. They will never arrest him. It's impossible. Look, man. Look here. You're talking about...
Even that question, the way Donald Trump was saying it, I felt like it was...
He doesn't know anything about politics.
Yes. It was such a rookie thing to say. Because how can you just say a country that has freedom of speech, they are allowed to express their opinion? You cannot just go and arrest someone.
The thing is, some of those puppets in the South African delegation that went there to just sit around there and gloat and get freaking lost about the fact that they were in the Oval Office were supposed to educate Donald Trump and tell him, do you know what is a struggle song? Me, I'll ask him that. I'll ask questions in a way that I represent all of you guys. I would have represented the whole freaking nation. But Mr. Trump, with all the respect, I don't think you understand. I don't think you know what is a struggle song. This is a history song, and the courts have ruled here. He's been tried on this. He can never be found guilty on this. The highest court in the land, the Constitutional Court, came out here. And it's protected in our Constitution that these historical struggle songs can never be erased.
Yes.
Everybody has the right to sing these struggle songs. Well, we're not calling for the unaliving of this freaking Boer. At least, listen here. To all you sensitive little white folks here, let me say it to your face because this is the rules. What freaking apartheid did to black folks in South Africa is worse than singing a freaking song. Shut up, man.
I mean, it's unfortunate that honestly, like speaking just like frankly...
This is just good, the boom. They must... You know?
Yeah, it's unfortunate that it's so direct in the terms, in the way that it's being said.
There's nothing unfortunate about it.
But, South Africans, they can be direct sometimes in what they want.
There's nothing unfortunate about it. That white Afrikaner Boer was unaliving black South Africans left, right, and center like goats. Do you understand what I'm saying? The only language that South African Boer understands is a language of violence. So you have to come out here and tell him, if you don't freaking change, the same thing will happen to you. Look here, this freaking apartheid system or this freaking thing that happened before, they are lucky that black people chose to live together.
Yeah.
They are lucky that the Nelson Mandela existed. That came out here to teach people it's not about retaliating in a violent way. It's about getting together, let's live together, let's form a new government, let's do life together. That freaking gesture should have been enough for these freaking arrogant effers to get it. But they're still out here trying to act like freaking victims. They own 70% of the freaking land but they want to act like victims. While 90% of the freaking country is living in township, in congested areas. What the hell are we talking about here?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is freaking crap. And the fact that we have the audacity, the fact that we have some fools here with the audacity to come out here and say, this fool here, this freaking fool here, Baluber, you're so angry. Of course I'm freaking angry. You think it's a laughing joke? Millions of South Africans are living in townships with no water, with no sanitary. A lot of freaking crimes are happening there. While you freaking Boers have the audacity or the privilege to have whites-only towns and then to fly over to the US as a refugee with AirPods. What kind of refugees are these? They're going to the freaking OR Tambo. They get a Boeing sent for them. And then they fly off with AirPods and backpacks and all, being backpacks. And these little girls are so happy. What kind of freaking refugee is this? And this is made possible because millions of people from all over the world who've been wanting to go to that country, who applied for this refugee asylum,
He's waiting at the
have
proper
been waiting
time.
for years.
Yes.
And your orange man comes out here and makes it well known to the whole freaking world that that's racism. They don't want to talk about racist laws. Those are racist acts.
Yeah.
Racist acts for the whole world to see. We're going to take white people from there and we're going to bring them to America. You understand? And at the same time, we're going to get on national TV and lie and say, whether they're black or white, it doesn't really matter. I couldn't care less. Then go to Congo. Go to Congo. Go and take them in Congo. Go and take them in Sudan. Go in Afghanistan. Go to Palestine. Freaking liars, man.
Yes, those are the people that actually deserve to be known as refugees, who need a better life in America, is what they can provide.
Yes.
What these people are living 5-bedroom homes in South Africa, man.
You see these little boys here that are out here talking crap? Especially this Balobir. Balobir is my biggest fan here. You understand? Everything this Balobir is busy writing here, don't even listen to it. He's my biggest fan. You know why? Because you can hear the freaking truth that I'm saying to him. I'm not beating around the bush with it.
Yes.
You understand? If you come out here and try to entertain, it's crap. It's crap. You'd be seen as one of those little boys that don't think. You have to. Yes, you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
This one is a. Look, I don't know. Look, I'm not South African, huh? By the way, let's go there. Maybe you think you're talking to a black South African, because you see black South Africans out here not taking action. If I was South African, that Orania would have been done.
Abolished.
It would have been done. It would have been done. I'm telling you, man. We are Pan-Africanists. We think Africa is one country, not just South Africa. That's why we're so freaking. By the way, I am from the DRC Congo. Just think, how does a person from DRC Congo know so much about South Africa? Know so much about Gauteng, know so much about Durban, KwaZulu-Natal, Port Elizabeth East, all of these freaking places. Gone shark diving in Gansbaai, gone to Robben Island, all the way into Nelson Mandela's cell. I've climbed Table Mountain 20 freaking times. I've done all this Man, don't play games. Saldanha Bay, all the 9 yards. Been to this freaking Orania. Probably, you are not even South African. Oh my God, Congo is worst. Shut up. We know. Why do you think Congo is worst? Because the West is out here freaking sponsoring different militant groups to continue on with that freaking war. But let's see. But moral of the point here is, Julius Malema was the guest of honor in the Oval Office.
And he didn't even have to fly there.
He didn't have to be there. Let those grown folks talk about my name. Go to X right now. Go to X now, you Balabur. Go and search for Julius Malema. You see how the whole freaking X is just saying, they fear this guy. They fear this guy. Of course, you see these freaking racist Boers, these racist Afrikaner Boers, you have to sing a song like that to get them to freaking behave.
Get their attention. If
these freaking people still are out here insisting on having whites only town, they are out here creating racist towns. Racist towns. If they can do this crap here, you have to sing songs like that. If you come out here and continue to dance to their freaking tune, they sing you as a goat.
Yes, they're thinking that people don't have brains.
Black South Africa, don't worry, the rules is here. We're going to continue to speak for you guys. And we're going to make sure that we unite. This is a blessing in disguise for South Africa. Because, yes, South Africa, you need to unite. You understand? And also, it's not all Afrikaners. It's not all white South African Afrikaners who have racist mentality, racist ideology like this. There are some decent white Afrikaners out here who also say to themselves, hey, go to what America? I'm not a refugee. I will fight for my land. Those cowards who left and went to that freaking America, those are cowards. Those are cowards. Those aren't patriots. They don't have a spirit to fight. Those are opportunists. Those are the poor end of the scale types of Afrikaners. They don't have any money, those ones.
And those are actual words that people have said on news broadcasts from a white Afrikaner in Africa, in South Africa, saying about those supposed refugees that flew to America. They said they are the lowest of the low of the Afrikaner kind. So obviously, if there was an opportunity for a free ride to America, of course they're going to do it.
Let's unite and get this right. Yes, South Africa, it's time you unite. Skit de boer. What is skit?
Shoot.
Talia. Hello, Talia. How you doing, Talia?
Talia, you from South Africa? It must be.
She looks like she could be.
Yes.
Skit, but she's a grown-up. She's a smart one.
Yeah, Matalia.
She looks like a white South African.
Is hectic.
It's not hectic, that song. That song is necessary. You see that song? I'm telling you, a racist mind only understands violence. This racist apartheid regime, Afrikaner boer, who's out here creating whites only towns, who's so freaking privileged, he only listens to any black person when a black person sounds like Julius Malema. He doesn't listen to these other black people here who are out here being politically correct. It's about sitting together at a table and discussing, and we're going to talk about it. All I want Trump is to just listen. To listen to his own people. No, a revolutionary is the one that's talking here. Okay? I don't need you to listen to other people or people you freaking play golf with. You will listen to this particular revolutionary. And then this revolutionary is saying, listen here, if you want to leave South Africa and go to America, you can go. We're not going to beg anybody to stay here.
Yeah,
you understand?
The people that have left as supposed refugees, they are not patriots. They do not love their country at all. And they are just seeming for a free ride. And that is what it's being seen as in the entire world. That is it.
When Cyril Ramaphosa was sitting in that Oval Office, practically begging to be understood by the orange man, Trump was just gloating.
You say, yes, you guys are going to explain to me what you're doing in your country. Explain to me. It was got nothing to do with the politics and government.
What an embarrassment. Yes, I understand you want to be politically correct. You want to be diplomatic, Cyril Ramaphosa, but please, come on, man. You're representing a whole freaking nation here. You can't go there with a tail between your pants, bro. Yo. They start playing that freaking song, Nobody Had the Guts. It's almost as if that whole aura. A lot of those black South Africans have never been in that freaking room, except Cyril Ramaphosa only.
Yeah.
He's been there before in the White House. The rest of the freaking delegation of South Africans, including that Johan Rupert, I doubt it. They've never been there. So they were freaking star-shocked. They were just taking in so much of that. Oh, this is the famous environment. To be present in that particular office that you've seen on TV all your life and to still act the part. And to still act the part. Be confident in your own right. And remember the right thing to say at this particular moment when this particular orange man is trying to talk down on us, he's trying to lie on us, push a wrong freaking narrative about a G-side. You have to be a confident revolutionary person who's committed to this. You have to be a Julius Malema. None of those wimps.
Yeah, I can understand. For me, I honestly feel like a bit ashamed that all of that begging happened so publicly. I think the issue of the white G side should have been addressed in front of the public.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, yes. So that whole begging part, every person was just saying, America, I need you. America, we need you. America, we need you. America, we need you. Not one, like you said, did not say anything about, it's a struggle song. That is it.
Okay, block this stupid little boy here, this Balabir. Is out here saying, I'm going to report this for promoting violence. Get your freaking ass out of here, you small little stupid boy. Block him. You'll never find another. Okay, don't worry, I'll block him.
Okay.
It's very easy. I'll take pleasure into blocking this fool. Gone. Yes. I don't know if I just deleted the message. That was just the message.
Deleting,
that was just a message. Let me delete the freaking individual now here. Okay. Hide this freaking user from this channel. He doesn't appreciate realness and authenticity. He's a racist fool. Yes. Yeah. There's a difference. Yeah, go, man. Get up out of here. Yeah. You need to block them, man.
Yes.
Because we want a united Africa. We don't want, we're not calling for any form of freaking violence.
No.
But he wants to come out and say you're calling for violence. No, we are fighting for our right. We are fighting for our land. You understand? 90% of the land in South Africa still belongs to the minority who owned it during apartheid. What changes that?
Yes, like we just need verification. How was this land? How did you come across this land? When was it given to you? Or did you buy it?
White privilege.
Yes.
Even that the fact that those 49 Afrikaners are already in America, it's a show of power. Because no land has been expropriated yet. This matter is still in court. The land could be expropriated, could be expropriated if the person does not show how it's benefiting, all these acres, how is it benefiting, and how did he acquire this land? You could be expropriated.
Yes, and even when that guy, the orange man, Donald Trump, he's like, yeah, white people's farms are being taken away and then being unalived. When Ramaphosa, he should have immediately just went to the top of his voice and said no, but he went all calmly, no. My God, you should have been a bit more strong in that.
Talia said, finally you blocked that one.
Oh, yeah.
You see, even the fact that we're acknowledging Talia, she looks like a white South African person, shows that we are not racist.
No,
we're not biased.
No, man.
We are here to speak on what is logic and what is fair. And we like people who think, man.
Yes.
we're not out here to just to blow smoke. This is look, we're criticizing both. We're even criticizing Cyril Ramaphosa. We're also criticizing Black South Africa out here.
Yes.
If you think about it, we're criticizing these Black South Africans who went there not prepared. You should know you're going to Donald Trump. It was when Cyril Ramaphosa was starting to say, I just want Trump to listen.
Hey.
To listen. That thing just went straight into Donald Trump's ego system.
It's like you could see the smoke coming out of his Trump's ears.
To listen. And I want him, because I'm not going to repeat what I've been saying.
Yeah.
So you think you're the boss here, huh? So you want me to listen, but you are not going to repeat yourself. So other people must come and fight for you. My own friends must tell me so that you get out of here with your cake. Okay, Natalie, come. Give me those articles. Give me those articles. Hey, turn the lights down. You know that movie of Denzel Washington?
Yeah.
Training Day.
Oh, yeah.
When Denzel Washington went to his friend with a group of those corrupt cops.
Oh, yes.
Before Denzel shot the guy on the couch. Denzel was first sitting on the couch. He says, listen, dog, the tax man says we gotta tax you, bro. He says, what, the tax man? Yeah, man, I'm sorry, man, we gotta do this. And then he gives the guys the gun. Yo, go ahead, shoot him. The guy starts laughing. Come on, boy, give it to me. And then the guy says, you serious? Denzel goes, hey, close the blinds. You understand, huh?
Yes.
When Denzel goes, hey, close the blinds. And they close the blinds, and then he gets up and he shoots the guy himself.
Yes.
Just the way he said, hey, close the blinds.
Yeah.
Was the same way.
Turn the lights down.
After Ramaphosa said, you must listen. I must listen, huh? And you won't repeat yourself. Okay. Hey, dim the lights. Put the lights down. Switch on that thing. Yeah. Ramaphosa wanted to still keep talking when the sound already started playing, and Trump was just was touching him by the arm to say, yeah, no, I understand. Just listen to this.
That is just when the
Guys,
game
where are the
changed.
super chats? Where are the super chats? Where are the super chats?
But as much as you can praise Ramaphosa for the calmness and the professionalism that he wanted, that he went in there with, it was not the time. He needed to bring out the Africa in him and get to the point and defend his country.
At the end of the day, also, it's not up to Ramaphosa to have started challenging Trump like crazy there, because South Africa needs America there. You understand, huh?
That is true.
You can't prove the right, even if Trump is wrong. You South African people who are coming there, don't make it your mission to embarrass the guy. He's not gonna like you, and if he doesn't like you, I'm not signing any freaking deals. You guys are the ones in need of foreign investment here. You embarrassed me. What the hell must I give you something?
Yeah, you should.
At the end of the day,
like they should have learned from the past press conferences, especially with Zelensky. They should have learned that, you're going in a different position there now. You know what type of leader Donald Trump is, or what personality Donald Trump is. Plan that way.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I don't really blame Cyril. Cyril's approach, especially at the beginning, was cordial, was diplomatic, was reasonable, was classy. The South Africans displayed class in the Oval Office, by the way. It's only full emotional people who love drama that come out here and say they were embarrassed. They were not embarrassed. South Africa was not embarrassed. We, the public, we wanted to hear from certain people the actual truth. That is not calling for violence. It's not hate speech. That is a struggle song, and the highest court in the land already spoke about this freaking song.
Yes.
That's what we wanted to hear. One representative of South Africa there in that freaking Oval Office to say, not to simmer down like all of them did. But at the end of the day, we understand strategically why Cyril Ramaphosa wouldn't necessarily come out here and want to challenge Trump, because you cannot aim to embarrass a dude that you still need to work with.
Yeah.
The relationship between America and South Africa still needs to exist and coexist. There needs to be a relationship there long after Cyril Ramaphosa and both Donald Trump are gone. It's bigger than those two. It's not about dick sizes here, huh? We're talking about millions of people. It's for the interests of South Africans and Americans. The relationships that have existed for a long time, for decades, for a long time. This is Trump's last administration. This is Cyril Ramaphosa's last administration. Do you have some great minds in the room that understand the importance of this relationship, of these bilateral relationships? Do we have? Yeah.
So, of course, it's like, but I just feel like, like we've been saying, there should have just been a bit more fight and clarification on what that song means.
Yes, for us, the public.
Yes.
Behind closed door, wherever they went to go and sit there, that's where Trump will hear. And he will appreciate the fact that, these people displayed class, huh? Because they could have because they're going to come out here and say, sorry, sir, behind the camera.
Yeah.
So, do you know what is a struggle song? That's when we didn't want to say this. I would say it in the back there also. We didn't want to say that in front of the camera because it wouldn't have made you look good.
Trump was
But this is private. This is private.
Yeah.
Because it's a struggle song. Look here. This is a copy from the Constitutional Code where they've already that's a political party. That's not an individual. You can just arrest. Huh? Can't just arrest. Do you understand? Donald Trump is not a politician at the end of the day. He relies on his charisma. On his charisma and on his old... Listen here. You don't have any cards. He relies on his old CEO mentality to get the deal. He forces people into a deal. That's the art of his deal.
Yes.
You understand? He's actually to force people to strong arm people. You understand? At the end of the day, because he could be thinking about a specific deal. At the end of the day, they're going to want to win this deal. Whatever agreement that's now set in place to reset this bilateral relationship between South Africa and America, at the end of the day, they're going to want to have beaten... They're going to want to be in a better position than America was prior to this.
Yes.
Because this is Trump's agenda since he got into office. He started resetting all the freaking relationships of all the freaking countries in the world.
You guys are going to come to me and we are going to start over.
For far too long, America has been ripped off by the world. I'm here to make America great again. So I'm going to come out here and create new deals, new relationships where it's America first.
So he's like, he's succeeding in what he promised.
But these puppets should have more backbone. The only way, the only place I believe Donald Trump is not going to succeed, or this freaking West, is in that West Africa. Because West Africa is not out here freaking playing games. Michael Langley, your general, US general of Africa, on that one, can already hear. What's the date today? The 22nd?
22nd, yes.
On the 25th of this month of May, there's a Pan-Africanist protest. On the 30th of April, we went out in Ghana, in Kenya, in Nigeria, in South Africa, in most countries there in Europe, and some places in the US. We made noise, but mainstream media, especially in that freaking US, will never tell you guys. You guys don't know this. But on the 25th of May this month, in Ghana, there's a major freaking protest that standing in solidarity with Captain Ibrahim Traore, the leader of Burkina Faso.
Yes.
If you don't know, you're sleeping. If you don't know who this guy is, you're sleeping. That is Malcolm X. That is, is Martin Luther King. That is Thomas Sankara. That is Patrice Lumumba. That is Nelson Mandela. That's an angel sent from above. A corrupt free leader, the one and only true president of Africa as a whole. We Pan-Africanists, we've decided that Africa is one country and that Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso is the president of Africa. We don't need ballots. We don't need to freaking make elections here. We've decided for far too freaking long, your imperialism, neocolonialism countries or systems have been out here looting the motherland. You understand? It's unapologetic. It's unapologetic here, huh?
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not, whether it makes you uncomfortable or not, actually we want it to make you uncomfortable. Because if it doesn't make you uncomfortable, you won't take us serious. It needs to make you uncomfortable. When it makes you uncomfortable, then you know, oh, don't mess with those guys over there. They've said if you touch Captain Ibrahim Traore, all hell will freaking break loose.
Yes, do not touch our revolutionary leader. He is making the change we want to see in Africa as a whole.
Some of these people don't understand that some African people have just been waiting for a chance to retaliate. But the way Mother Nature has it, a black person is so has so much love inside his heart. Will these white people have been able to restrain themselves if the roles were reversed? If they were oppressed by black folks, like the way black folks were oppressed by white folks, would these white folks would have been able to have, oh my God, the spirit of Nelson Mandela?
It's hard to imagine. I cannot imagine that
there's
because
leagues, there's levels to this.
I cannot imagine a white person having that much restraint.
We're just looking at them. We love them also with the love of the Lord. We're just looking at them just like, hey, what's up? How you doing, man? All good? Yeah, don't worry, all is well. Some of them we still also call, hey, what up, my bro?
Yeah.
What's up, bro? There's a white dude. I'm calling him, what's up, my bro? You know? But they don't say that. Only some of them say. But there's also some white folks out here who are very cool, who are black at heart. I'm telling you, like, this is my brother from another mother. He understands. He's got the spirit. This is my Christian brother. We probably will meet in heaven.
Yes.
Yes, man. There's a spirit of love and unity here, but it's unapologetic as we deliver it, because for far too long, you people have been hearing this message of unity in a very, very childish, unrealistic way. You come out here and you sing, we are the world. We are the children. We are the ones to make a better place. So let's start giving. 8 million people are still displaced in Congo. There's a toast to make. We save our own life. 50 women are experiencing sexual violence per hour in Congo. It's true, we make a better day for you and me. 90% of South Africa is living in township. We are the world. We are the children. Paul Biya is still president of Cameroon for 43 freaking years. We are the ones to make a better place. So let's start giving. There's a war between Congo and Rwanda for 30 years where 15 million Congolese have lost their lives in the last 30 years. We are the ones to make a better day. So shut up. Shut up. It hasn't been working.
We need a song like Unalive the Boer to be able to. Hey,
The boo. You need it.
you need that
So
vibe.
they can talk about you in the freaking Oval Office. Do we have your attention now? Repatriate this freaking land without compensation. You understand what I'm saying? For far too freaking long, it's been unequal up in here. We're the most unequal country on the planet for a reason. It's a crime issue. We've been starving for years. We're not going to beg you no more. You want us to sing more songs? These are struggle songs. Somebody needs to educate the orange man. Man, I'll clip that one and I'll put it on TikTok and I'll put it on X for you people. So you people can hear some authenticity shit up in there. That's the only thing that will bring some change. You have to be real and completely unapologetically authentic with these people. You gotta come out here and be politically correct. Anywho, I support this message. Thank you, Land Rover, man. Appreciate you. Laugh out loud, says Talia. Yes, appreciate you. Okay, guys, thank you very much. This was a sudden live stream that we thought we would just come up here and just deliver this. Because I was just resting and I was just thinking and then a spirit just came inside me. Wait a minute, it's annoying me. Let's switch on this freaking thing and
I want to talk.
I want to talk. Let me get this freaking mic and say it the way that it's supposed to be said. So thank you very much. Please subscribe if it's your first time here. Remember, we are for love, peace, and unity. Okay? The tone is the tone that has been given to me from above. But we're just being real and authentic. So please like, subscribe. Your super chats, you did not send super chats today. Yeah. Okay, no problemo. There's always next time. Patrick, you're cracking me up. Huh?
Yeah, Divi, that one.
Divi.
Yes.
Hello, Divi. How you doing, man? It's the truth. It's the truth of everything.
We have to deliver it in a way that it's understood, that will keep people engaged.
Otherwise, what? We're gonna watch some freaking show here with some politically correct individuals gonna come out here.
The
relationship, what, man? What you talking about? Tell him it's a struggle song. Why were you sitting there in that Oval Office, not talking?
Even the way Cyril was just wiping his face. Hey,
Cyril,
it was hot in there.
they need to teach you how to have a poker face. Cyril has no freaking poker face at all. He's just out here smirking.
Even making faces at his delegation.
Cyril, calm the freaking hell down, bro. We can see it on your face. Yo, just calm down, brother. Oh my gosh, we need Julius Malema in office. Julius Malema won yesterday in the Oval Office.
Yeah.
Okay, Julius Malema won yesterday in the Oval Office of the United States, and he didn't have to be there. I wish he was busy taking a crap when this shit was happening. Do you understand what I'm saying? I truly do wish that, because this guy, he's blessed. He doesn't have to be there, and he's the talk of the freaking town. I really wish he was taking a crap when that thing was happening. And he just gets on Twitter and says, two old men gossiping. Perfecto. Julius Malema is the true leader of South Africa. Okay, my people. Thank you, Talia. Thank you, Divi. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Appreciate you guys so much. It's been one of those realness all the way. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Become a member and all of the above. And yeah, God bless. Later.
Much love. God bless, guys.